Hello witches and magical souls, and welcome to Wayward Witchery. I'm Pandora Darkmoon, tarot reader, witchcraft mentor, and lifelong witch. This space is for anyone on their soul's journey. Whether you're a curious beginner, have been dancing with the moon for years, or simply feel the magic without needing to name it. Today, we're diving into everyday ritual and magic, the quiet, grounding kind that doesn't need moonlight or a perfect setup. So grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's get witchy. This everyday magic is something gentle, something you can hold in your hands or feel in the quiet spaces of your day. The subtle, often overlooked magic in every day. When most people think of magic, they picture moonlit rituals, grand spells, or elaborate altars filled with herbs and crystals. Cue Carmina Burana and perhaps some faraway thunder. And yes, those moments are beautiful, dramatic, and powerful, especially when you understand how and why they work. But magic isn't only found in the theatrical moments. The small, daily rituals we weave into our lives can be just as powerful, sometimes even more so. Because they keep us connected. They remind us that we are part of something bigger. The rhythm of nature, the whisper of the unseen, the steady pulse of energy that moves through all things. Start by simply noticing. Notice the steam rising from your morning tea. Watch how the candle flame dances when you exhale nearby. Listen to the wind as it moves through the trees, carrying stories you can almost hear. These moments are tiny, yes, but they're alive. Alive with energy, with presence, with possibility. Magic isn't just in what we do. It's in what we see, what we feel. It's in those pauses where the world seems to breathe with you. The more we learn to notice, the more we realize that the mundane and the magical are not separate things. They are threads of the same tapestry, only visible when we look with softer eyes. You don't need a full altar or a complicated spell to invite magic into your life. In fact, you don't even need to be a witch to benefit from staying connected with your spirituality. Tiny acts, what I like to call micro-rituals, can shift your energy more than you imagine. When you sip your tea, whisper an intention for the day. When you wash your hands, imagine the water clearing more than just your skin, washing away tension, fear, or doubt. When you pause to breathe, do it with purpose. Even the act of opening a window and letting in fresh air can become sacred if you approach it with awareness. If you do love a full ritual with candles, incense, and the works, that's wonderful. Grand rituals are dramatic, powerful expressions of will and energy, especially when you understand their structure and symbolism. They can move mountains, shift consciousness, and make turning points in our lives. But daily magic, daily ritual, is the thread that keeps us woven into the fabric of spirit. It reminds us that we don't need to have to wait for the full moon or the perfect planetary hour to connect with what is sacred. Every breath can be a spell. Every action a small act of devotion. These small daily rituals help us remember something the modern world tries to make us forget: that we are not separate from nature or from the spiritual realms. We are part of it, inseparable, intertwined. Each morning, as your feet touch the floor, take a moment to connect to the earth's energy. Feel her quiet strength beneath you. You might set an intention, whisper a thank you, or call in protection for the day ahead. That simple moment of connection changes everything. It grounds you, clears your energy, and reminds your spirit that you are supported, always. Your everyday objects can be magical allies. A crystal on your desk, a stone in your pocket, a favorite pen, or a book that always seems to open to the right page. Each one holds energy and memory. It is that memory or association that fuels our magic and connection. These things become extensions of your intention, touchstones for your magic. When you handle them with care and awareness, they carry that energy back to you. Even chores can be sacred. Sweeping the floor becomes a clearing spell. Washing dishes becomes an act of gratitude. Watering plants becomes a gentle blessing. When you bring mindfulness to ordinary acts, the ordinary becomes the extraordinary. You start to live magically, not just practice magic. Magic is also found in connection. A smile shared, a hand held, a message sent with care. Each is a tiny spark of energy moving between souls. When we engage with others consciously, kindly, and with intention, we are practicing energy work, whether we realize it or not. We are practicing the alchemy of life, transforming moments through love, attention, and presence. Magic is not just solitary. It is woven into our relationships, our communities, our acts of compassion. When we remember that, we walk through the world like a living spell, quiet, luminous, and filled with purpose. So today, I invite you to look around. Find one small thing, a flame, a breeze, a cup of tea, or a sound, and see it with new eyes. Let it remind you that magic is always present. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be loud. It is patient, subtle, and waiting for you to notice. The more you notice, the more it grows. until every moment, every breath, every heartbeat becomes a spell in motion. Thanks for joining me at Wayward Witchery today. I hope something in this episode stirred your soul. If you're feeling called to go deeper, I offer tarot, clairvoyant, spiritual growth, and witchcraft mentorship sessions via Zoom, email, or pre-recorded video. You can find all the details on waywardwitchery.com. Until next time, keep your heart wild, your ethics strong, and your days magical.